Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sean from Old Oaks Outdoors. We're going to have another video today. We're going to have Brent Leech coming in. He is the owner of Ridgetop Custom Calls, and he's going to give a basic how-to video for like the 3 or 4 most basic turkey calls that you can get with the upcoming turkey season. Figured we'd give you a little how-to with some turkey calls. So I hope you enjoy it.
Hey, it's Brent Leech with Ridgetop Custom Turkey Calls. Come in here, take a few minutes to do a little demo on these calls at Old Oaks Outdoors. These guys are nice enough to help me sell them, so I figured we'd come in there and help them out, kind of give you an idea of what they sound like. Start off, run right into the calls, and then we'll talk about how the company come about, why I'm doing it. It's a crystal call, crystal playing surface, glass soundboard, and a cherry pot call. This one takes a little work. You got to kind of surface it up. I'll have a little spot roughed up. The rest of it's on you. Comes with a 2-piece striker. It's got a nice little breakover into it, nasally sound. A lot of people like that crystal. Like I said, that one takes a little work. I got a glass call, sycamore pot. It's a bead blasted call. This one comes right out of the pack with a surface on it. You don't have to do anything with it. Comes with a 2-piece Purple Heart striker. Right out of the pack. A little deeper tone to it. A lot of people like that one just for the convenience of it, how it's easy to run. Like I said, we're not spending much time, we're running through them. Got a slate call, sycamore pot. Sycamore is what I originally come out with. We've been selling these since 2008. All the pot calls are a 14-sided pot with a grooved edge. A little something easier to fit your hand. There's a story behind it, and I get tore up talking about it. But great uncle's the one that got me into turkey hunting. This thing breaks over. It's got a real sweet 2-note yelp to it. Don't take much to find it either. But back to the story, he got his hand messed up in a hay baler. Couldn't grip a round pot. So when I went to making the pots, I went up to Pennsylvania and the guy had these and I really liked them. That's why they look like they look. Back to the calls. We got a slate and a cherry surface. This one comes with a 2-piece diamond wood striker. A little higher pitch, a little more nasally. That cherry wood grain's a little tighter. Same thing. Was really looking to get that 2-note yelp and everything, and we found it in it. I'm really tickled about it. Got 2 aluminum. One's in cherry, one's in sycamore. Ionized aluminum. Ionized, whatever that word is that I can't spell. One side of it's rough, one side of it's slick. I put the slick side up. Say that 5 times fast with a turkey call in your mouth. I put the slick side up in the sycamore. Put the rough side up in the cherry. The rough side's a little more forgiving, a little easier. It's a little grippier on the striker, if that's a word. The sycamore's kind of slick, but it's a higher pitch. Kind of a little more on the nasally side. It'll really ring up them hollers. We'll call it the lazy man call. The good thing about the cherry, you can shine that down with some 220 or 400 grit sandpaper. Then you got the slick side and the rough side. Box calls, I got 2. I don't know why, but I only grabbed one. This is the cedar one. Stuck with cedar. It's the first call I ever made in my life. When I was in high school, first turkey season we ever had in Trimble County, I killed the first bird I ever killed with a cedar box call. Got so excited, jumped up and ran, got the bird, come back, was hunting in a cow pasture, and a big old cow stepped right in the middle of it, tore it all to pieces. But So we got a cedar call out there. Two-sided call. Good deep rich tone of red cedar. Mouth calls, I have 7 different varieties. There's 4 different styles of cuts. I have the one in my mouth, it's a ghost cut. Originally they came out maybe for keykin, but a lot of people love the yelp on them. It's real soft, easy, soft talk with. All the mouth calls I make, light stretch, easy to blow. That's what most people really love about them. It don't take much effort at all to get sound. This is the one. It'll do about anything you want it to. That's kind of why we call it the one. Got Vengeance, little 2-reed shipwreck. I have 3 different shipwreck calls. This is a 2-reed. I have it in the 3-reed latex. And that's the Uproar. Heyday is a 3-reed, 2 Pro Freeze on 1 latex. I run this one a whole lot hunting. I absolutely nowhere at all to get it to do what you want it to do. Got Boss Lady, Batwing cut, and what I'm doing is just hitting the 4 styles of cuts. Like I said, I'm not going to run each one of them that's got the shipwreck. It's a Batwing, got 2 pros, 1 latex on top. I would have been smart to run them first to get the powder. All the latex comes with powder on it for people that don't know this. When you buy a new call and you put it in your mouth and you're like, man, that's like eating chalk. They put that on it to keep the latex from sticking together. Then when we build the calls, it's still on them, because I'm not going to run each one of these before I put them in the pack for you. Give a little rundown there. I'm rattling off some stuff. Purring, just a plain yelp. They do what they call a fly down cackle when they're pitching out, coming out of the tree in the morning. Get the slobbers off of it. One they call assembly yelping, they call it. When the old hen's out there and she's trying to gather everything back up, she'll do a big long series of yelps. All I'm doing, break this part of it down a little bit, but kind of how to. Any mouth call that you're running, some people just, when they buy them, they don't have a clue, so I'm going to go simple here. You're looking at this mouth call. Flat part goes out, round part goes back. All this tape on the edge of it's doing is creating a seal for up in your mouth. Some people, oh, it gags me, I can't run one. Take scissors, trim it up. Everybody's palate is a little different. Some people's wide, some people's narrow. They actually make different size ones. So I don't, but they actually do. They have a youth frame. There's 3 different size frames. Each one of these costs $7,000 to $8,000 a piece, so I don't have but one. But you put the call up in your mouth, get it to where your tongue's kind of holding it up. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just sitting up there. You're going to blow air over the top of this thing until you get a sound. I'm talking right out of the gate, first time you ever put one in your mouth. any kind of sound. It sounds horrid, nothing like a turkey, but what you're doing, you're getting it to where it's not tickling your tongue. Then you know you got in the right place. Some people, back in the day when the calls first come out, they had on the back of it instructions. It would say chick. So a lot of people you hear still yelping like that. Some people say oot. Some people whelp. I'm doing what they call huffing, which most places probably get you put in jail, they say, but that's what they call it in the turkey lingo. I'm just pushing air. My son thinks it's funny because my fat belly bounces when I'm doing it, but I'm just, and these calls break. They don't have as much tension, so they break real easy. You can get the two-tone yelp that way. The purr, you're just kind of gurgling with it. You put the call in. I do the little whoop-de-woos. Some people gobble on them when I do it. If you're a waterfowl hunter, the feeder duck call, ticka, 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 ticka. That's all it is their tongue hitting it. But that breaks it down on a quick how to. Like I said, that's the boss lady. It's a bat wing cut. You can get it to do about anything you want it to do. I'll run over reliable. It's a split V. I have this in 2 of them. I have it in a 2 reed as a sweet talker. Over reliable is a 3 reed. Same thing. That's what all the original mouth calls. That's one of the first cuts there ever was that right there. It's got a little more rasp to it. Once again, get some of this. If you chick, like I said, a little more rasp. That's a quick rundown of the calls. Now a little something on me. Like I said, Brent Leech, Ridgetop Custom Turkey Calls. Started the company back in 2008, thereabouts. Got into some competition turkey calling. Was lucky enough to win the state, Indiana State, a few times. All this stemmed up just from the fact I was born and raised in the outdoors and just absolutely love it and love spending time with people who do love it. And got lucky, like I said, won a few contests, got on a few pro staffs, got to travel around a little bit. I got to practice a whole lot. I have a 23-year-old son at home, Jacob, that's nonverbal autistic and absolutely loves when I run calls for some reason. So it gives me a reason to do this a lot. And it drove the wife nuts and my daughter about half nuts. She's a little older, Kayla Jo. But we got into doing it. I got to calling a lot, competing a lot, and wanted to come up with my own line of stuff. So when I go do seminars or go do stuff with kids, I can bring stuff and help, do that kind of thing. And it gave me time to sit at home with Kaylee in the basement when she was growing up. She and I would build these calls together and spend a lot of quality time, and that was awesome. And to this day, one of Jacob's favorite things to find on YouTube is turkey calling contest. He just flat, for some reason, loves it. So that's a quick bio on me, and hopefully y'all like the product I'm putting out there. He's got this store jam-packed with stuff. You need to take time, get in here and see what he's got. Support your local guys like this, so we don't have to drive and feed them big box stores. There's no need. He's got it all right here at Old Oaks Outdoors. Like I said, got the ammo, got the calls. He's got it all. Take time out of your day and roll in here and give these guys a big friendly smile when you walk in the door.